Hey fans, welcome to another moment with Anne, your real estate expert that can help you get the kind of property you need. Today we'll be looking at another interesting segment on real estate, which is the best areas to invest in Lagos. Why do I call it best areas? I call it best areas because in terms of value, it's a thumbs up. In terms of security, it's a thumbs up. In terms of return on investment, is a thumbs up. And I'll share with you these three keys very soon. But before then, if you know you've not watched a lot of our videos on HTH and Pearl Limited through playlist, please take your time to watch it. If you intend to buy land, you intend to buy a house in Nigeria, you need a lot of information to put you through. Whether you are in Nigeria or you're in diaspora, this is key for you to watch this clip. Trust me, it's really open your mind to so many things, to open your heart to so many things. I get a lot of questions from clients. Where is the best area to invest? Where is the best area to invest? And this has triggered me to make this particular shot for you. Okay? And another thing that actually propelled me to do this particular clip was that there was a case of a man that's been going viral now. The man came back from abroad. He's been living in abroad for 45 years and he moved to Ikorodu and he got killed at Ikorodu. Now, a lot of vloggers have been talking about this. A lot of vloggers. And what they're saying about this is because he relocated to Ikorodu. That's why he got killed. Or if he was in Lekki, he wouldn't have been killed. Okay? But that's not the case. We don't know the sick. We don't know what really happened. We don't know what went wrong. But for this particular video, I'll be sharing with you those three things you need, the best things you need to know if you really want to invest, or the best areas to actually invest your hard-earned cash in right here in Lagos. Okay, but before then, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button below and turn on your notification bell to get notified on each time we do a post right here on the Hatta TV. Okay, so when you talk about best areas to invest, you need to understand that Lagos is big. Lagos is big. And Lagos is divided into two parts. We have the mainland and we have the island. Okay? Now, when we talk about the mainland of Lagos, we need to look at where actually yields a lot of value faster. You can look at so many areas, but I will give you like few. We have Ikeja, we have Opebi, we have Maryland, we have Yaba. Okay, these are areas that yield very fast, and for a good investor who have that money to invest, I think you should be looking at these key areas. In terms of value, is it top notch? In terms of security, is it top notch? In terms of return on investment, yes, it is another top notch. So it's up to you to say, okay, I think I prefer mainland to island, but these are key areas. I mean, that when you invest in, you will definitely see what you're investing in. But these areas are not cheap, or they are not cheap, okay? But if you want to also know other areas that are good you can invest in, I could mention a few for you. Now we have places like Alambado that is still growing. We have Songwater that is like in Ogun State, but they're sharing boundaries, but it's really okay for you to invest in. All right. Then you can now say mainland is good to invest in if you have the right spot to invest in. Now, if you don't have the right spot, it's okay. Okay? But you need to consider these three things I mentioned: the value, the security, and the return on investment. Now, most times people just remember the value, they remember the return on investment, and they refuse to consider security. Security of the place you're investing in is important as the cash you're putting in into that particular investment. Okay, so always consider the security of the environment. If you don't know, ask a real estate expert. A good one will tell you, because I always tell my clients. I had a case of a client who bought a property, you know, from someone, not knowing that that person actually sold the property because the person has been attacked severally in that particular spot. That's why the person is selling the property. Now, after the client bought the property, the client was communicating with me at first, but afterwards he went to buy the property. Then he moved in. He got attacked too severely. Then he contacted me, and please, I need a property, or I need a land. I need to move out as fast as possible. Now, what we did for him was to rent an apartment outside that particular vicinity he lives, and we had to look for another apartment for him where he can be paying, instrumentally. So before you invest in any kind of property, make sure you've spoken to a true real estate agent right here in Lagos that can put you through, that can tell you do this, do that, do this, do that, so that you don't get it all wrong. Now let's move to the island aspect. For the island we all know is a very beautiful serene, and as beautiful as it is, that's how the prices are expensive. Like if you look at Ikoyi, you would not get a land in Ikoyi for 100 million. If you see a land of 300 million or 500 million in Ikoyi, then you need to make your findings right. Maybe the owner just want to sell it on distress, because the land in Ikoyi are going for like 700 million, 1 billion, and 1 point. Okay, so it depends on where you want to be. Now on the island we have Ikoyi, it's safe. We have VI, it's safe. We have Lekki, it's safe. Okay, we have Aja, it's safe. Whether you live in Nigeria or you don't live in Nigeria, if you have your money and you want to build a house in all of these areas, we have Shombotedo, we have Awoyaya. It is safe because the caliber of people there are top notch also. Okay, so when you want to move to a certain area, you want to consider the security of that particular area. You need to make sure you're looking at who are the people living in this area, who are the people that have their buildings around this particular area, and that will determine the kind of security level that will pump into that particular area. And that's how Lagos work, that's how Lagos operates. Okay, and that's why whether you're in Nigeria or you're not in Nigeria, if you want to buy a land or you want to buy a house, please watch this video. You can come back to watch this video over and over again to get all of these areas correctly. Okay, all these areas I mentioned are very good. Abicho is good, Awoyaya is good, and even Ibejuleki is okay. All right, these areas are areas where they have top notch, where we have top people having their buildings around there, which means the security definitely will be tight. Okay, so don't let anybody discourage you not to invest in your motherland, especially those in diaspora. If you know you've been thinking about this for more than 5 years or 10 years to invest, you don't know the right thing to do, you don't know the right steps to take, I am here for you. Please make sure you drop your questions below. My number is also below. My WhatsApp number is below. Make sure you contact me. Let's discuss about this. Let's make sure you get yourself a plot of land, you get yourself your own house, so that any day, anytime you're coming back, you have a place of your own right here in your motherland. I've heard a lot of bad things happening to Nigerians outside Nigeria. The other one happened in South Africa. This other one also happened in Ghana. They are chasing Nigeria to leave Ghana. So in all of this, you need to put so many things in place for yourself in your motherland. This is your motherland. This is where you belong. Okay? Don't let any news, any bad news scare you off your motherland. Invest wisely, especially in Lagos. Thank you all for watching this clip. If you know it has helped you, please hit that like button below and drop your questions, drop your comments. I like to hear from you. And make sure you hit your share button, share with people you know it could help. There are so many people out there who need this kind of video. Please share it with them. Let them get to watch it, learn one or two things, and drop their comment below. I love you all, and follow us up on all of our social media platforms. Make sure you watch a lot of more videos via playlist. Remember, we usually do our posts every Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Thank you, and I love you. Bye bye.